everyone. How you all doing? Happy Monday. Yay, start of a new week. Sarah and I have just managed to plough our way through more Hochanda orders, lots of website orders, and all of your fabric auction sale orders as well. We've just managed to get them all bagged up or posted out ready for delivery or to pop in the post. So yeah, it was an early start this morning. We both went over really early to get it all done because there was a lot of it. So how you all doing? How's everybody? Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Who's coming online today?
I'm sure
Anybody there? Say hello if you're there, guys and girls.
Again?
You right?
Yeah, screen flip. There's no comments coming up.
Oh. None at all?
Nothing. That's weird.
Oh, not sure what's going on. Oh, so we're having really bad tech issues the last few days. Last few of these have been a bit dodgy, haven't they? So Drew's just having a little look, see. So while he's having a look, see if he can play around with that. If you can't get comments, girls, I'm just going to have to waffle on at you. Sorry. Oh, you can get them on his phone so he can read them that way. What was I going to say? We started a new raffle. That went on Saturday afternoon. There's quite a few. I think there's 22 of those gone already. So there are a few left on there. What's that? 18 or so left on there. So yes, so that's live on the website. It's all food this time. You've got to choose your favourite food. Again, it's £5 and there's the usual £200 lots and lots of goodie prize. You might have seen the list that Sean put up as well. So what we're going to be doing this week, we are I've completely forgotten. So we're doing Jacob's block today. We're going to do I'm going to show you how to do some hexagon crocheting tomorrow on the crochet one. We've got block of the week on Wednesday. I can't remember what Sarah's doing. Oh, a little zip tray pouch, I think. Is that this week or is that next week? I can't remember. Sorry, I had a day off yesterday. I actually sat in the sun. I did some washing and stuff as well, but I actually sat in the sun and relaxed for a little bit, which was lovely. Friday, I'm going to do cathedral windows because we've had a request for that. So I'm going to take you through cathedral windows or how I do it, or how lots of other people do it, but there's lots of different methods, but I'm going to take you through the method that I prefer. And then on Saturday, we're going to do some reverse applique, okay? Because again, we've had a little request for it, so I'm going to show you how to do that too. So yeah, that's the kind of week all set out. Sarah's going to have a long weekend off this weekend, so she's going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and then I'm going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off next week, just so that we can have a little bit of downtime because it's crazy busy. So Jacob's block. I haven't got a finished one to show you. It's quite an easy block. Frankly, I'm going to be honest. I wanted a day off yesterday. I wanted to have a bit of sunshine. So I've cut all the pieces ready and I've written the pattern yesterday, but I didn't make an actual finished block to show you. We're going to do that today. Okay. So you will need, again, as per usual, the pattern will go on the website in isolation quilt blocks. It'll be £2. Okay. So you can get the written pattern if you want. So, but you will need 2 5-inch squares in a colour and 2 5-inch squares in a background, okay? And then you will need some 2.5-inch strips. Now, if you're using fat quarters, you'll need 2.5-inch strips along the length. If you're using fabric off the bolt, so meterage, you just need 1 of each. So I'm still using a fat quarter bit, so I've got 2.5-inch strips off my fat quarter, and I've got 2.5-inch strips off my background. But again, it explains all that in the pattern. Okay, this is a lovely easy block, but I'm going to show you a really quick way of making fort patches because you need some fort patches. Start of the block though, as we're back to our old favourite half square triangles. So you're going to take your 5-inch squares and we're going to put them right sides together like this. Okay, and we're going to do it on both of them. So I've got a coloured one and a background fabric like that. Well, I just grab a pencil. Who's there, Drew? Who's saying hello?
We got Jenny, we got Sandra, Heather, Linda, Janice.
Lovely.
We got Diana as well.
Oh, fab.
Loads of people.
Lots and lots of people. Any comments or anything? Or
Heather asks, reverse applique, is that like Hawaiian?
Yes, I think it is. I think that is another name for it, Hawaiian. I've never done Hawaiian, but I think yes. From what I've looked at Hawaiian, I think it is almost the same. Yes. We did it, if those of you who did the pie crust cushion, we did it on that as well, okay? And Sarah kind of used the technique in, I think it was her peg bag, or it might have been something else, but she used the technique as well. So, just drawn a line, diagonally across, like we do with half square triangles, and I'm going to stitch down 1/4 inch down each side, okay? So I'm going to put it over to the sewing machine, like that. I'm trying to take care of my back, so, and then, yeah, any comments there? Well, I'm stitched. Oh, excuse me.
Nikki said, sorry I'm late, I had Wi-Fi issues.
Oh, yeah, we're having tech issues as well. I can't get the comments up on my phone today, randomly. But you're here now, because that's the important thing. So I'm just going to stitch down 1/4 inch either side of the drawn line. Okay. Any other comments there? Has people said hello? Or?
Well, Tony said don't blame you for having time off.
Oh, I know, it was really lovely. Got up, did a bit of washing, got it on the line so it could dry. Cut my son, well, youngest son, Drew wouldn't let me anywhere near his hair, no. Cut Tom's hair and cut my husband's hair. Did quite a good job as well, I have to say. I was quite impressed with myself. Neither of them look like they've been dragged through edge backwards, so that's a bonus. And then, yeah, listened to my audiobook, sat in the sun with a pina colada, because Drew and I have got a bit of a pina colada thing going on at the moment. Went in the hot tub, because it wasn't hot actually, it was nice and cool, so that was nice. Went in the hot tub for a bit. So yeah, had a proper day off, it was lovely.
Sandra said if I can talk today, you have more than an in-day break.
Oh yes, it's been fab though. I mean, please don't ever think that I'm complaining, because I'm not, about being busy. If I wasn't doing this, I would have climbed the walls. You know what I'm like. I'm such a control freak. I like to be kept occupied. But yeah, at the same point, being this busy, it's also quite hard work. So yeah, we are. We needed a day off yesterday. It was lush. Really nice. It doesn't hurt, does it? The fact that the weather's so amazing. It's beautiful again today. I don't know what it's like by you guys, but it's absolutely stunning here today. Okay, so I'm going to, there we go, done those 2 half square triangles, and then grab my scissors, there we go, and flip over to here, and then we're just going to cut up that drawn line, just like we've done lots and lots of times before. We're doing just standard half square triangles. This is a really easy little block, but it's really effective. I really like this one. It's a brilliant way if you've got jelly rolls, because there's lots of 2.5 inch strips in it. So if you've got like leftover jelly rolls and stuff, strips. Okay, so set the seam, and then we're going to roll to the dark side. Okay, I'm going to be a stormtrooper rather than a Jedi. I always used to say Jedi, but I can't remember who it was who said one day, and I was like, oh yeah, actually, dark side is stormtroopers, really, isn't it? Not Jedis. Here we go. So 1, 2, set the seam, and over we go. So I think I saw Taryn James's beautiful blocks. She posted them on our Facebook page, and I think she said she'd done 19 now. So I don't know if that's all of them. I think it might be actually. It must be, and we must be getting up towards the 20 odd blocks now. Really must be getting up towards that. So they're going to be big quilts. I might actually have to start doing it in different colours if we carry on doing more blocks. Because I think I'm just about almost out of the fabrics for this one. So you want to square them up to 4.5, okay? So I'm going to go through squaring up with you because I know people struggle. So I'm going to use the 45-degree line on that seam like this. Can you see there's the 45, and that's running up the seam like that. And I know I repeat myself with this, but I just think it's, it really helps get it stuck in people's heads. There's my 4.5 line, and it's within the fabric, and there's my 4.5 line, and it's within the fabric. So then I'm going to go up, please don't look at my nails, they're really chipped, and across like that, and then flip it, and then we're going to do 4.5 and 4.5. And you need 4 of these half square triangles. Okay, so you're going to use all 4 of them. Oh, missed the dog ear on that one. There we go. So that's that one done. Okay, so I'm just going to do the others. So again, find that 45, make sure the 4.5 and 4.5 is in, and go up and across, and then turn and go 4.5 and 4.5. There we go. And it is only a smidgy little bit, as you can see, that's coming off, tiny little bits, but it's worth doing. Okay. Any comments there while I'm Drew, while I'm doing this?
Kate said, sounds lush, way to spend the Sunday.
Oh, it was lovely. It really was.
Jenny said, you, question mark, control freak, never.
Me? No, not in the slightest. No. Totally a control freak. I like to know everything that's going on and how it's being done. There we go. It's the third one, and we'll just do the fourth one like this. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else there commenting?
Linda had said her blocks were fabulous, but I don't know what.
Oh, Taryn's, yeah, weren't they? I really liking your use of fabrics, how you're using them. It's worth having a look, ladies, actually. I mean, we've seen some beautiful blocks, really have. But she's using stripy fabric, which a lot of quilters shy away from. But she's using them really well. I'm really impressed with them. They're fabulous. Okay, so there's my 4 half square triangles. You're going to just pop those aside for later. Okay. Now you want your strips of fabric. Okay. So they're 2.5 inches wide. And in total, you need 26 inches. So if you're using fat quarters, you'd want them to be 13, okay? But in total, you need 26 inches. And we're going to put them right sides together. Now, you see this one's a bit longer, but that's okay, because I'm going to chop that bit off. Like that. I just cut a couple of pieces out of my scraps. I know I've got more than enough here. Okay. And we're going to sew them together lengthways. Okay. So just pop this one right sides together, like that. There we go. So yeah, we've got lots and lots of deliveries to do this afternoon, hundreds. Dave's going out to do the Barry ones, I think, or Penarth, I can't remember which. Sarah's going to do the opposite. Drew's going to go and do all the Dennis ones, and then me and Alex are going to go to the post office, because I think there's about 45-50 parcels there to go off. So I'm going to need a hand with those to get them all over. I'm going to grab Alex, make him come and do it with me. Right, put them right sides together, and we're going to stitch down lengthways, just using 1/4 inch. Okay, so scoot back over. Try not to scoot too hard, because my back, I thought it was fixed yesterday. I thought, oh, pain's gone, I'm not in pain at all. Got over to the shop. Within 10 minutes, it was buggered again. Sarah reckons I'm allergic to her. That's what it is. It's not back pain at all, it's allergies to Sarah.
Maria said, love the sale, can't wait to see what I won.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the problem. We didn't, obviously we just went through the video and did the timestamps and went, right, okay, lot 7 is so-and-so, lot 8 is so-and-so, lot 9, etc, etc. But we didn't actually write down what the lots were, just what the lot numbers were. So lots of people kept asking us, what have I won, what have I won? I was like, no idea, to be honest. I know you won lot, 23, 92 and 1 or whatever. And without going back through all the boxes, but it's all been packaged up now. We've gone through it all this morning, packaged everybody's up. So they should be with you in the next couple of days. I mean, if you're like local Barry Penarth Dennis, we'll deliver today. Everything else has got to go in the post. So that will be with you hopefully within a couple of days. So I'm just stitching down 1/4 inch all the way down the length. Okay, I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. This is a really traditional block, this one, really traditional. And it looks amazing when you put lots of these blocks together. You get all these lovely like secondary patterns happening. And it's such a simple one. It's a really good one if you're an absolute beginner, or if like you're trying to get like Maria, if you were trying to get your daughter to sew, it's a really nice little one to get her going on this, because it's so easy. Okay, nearly there, all the way down this one. Like that. Come on, there we go. Okay, so I've sewn down the whole length of those 2 strips. and then we're going to iron it out. Okay, so scoot back over. I'll just open this out a second, like that. And you want to iron it towards the darker fabric. Okay, so I'm just going to set the seam and then gently press that out towards the darker fabric. Okay, so just while I'm doing this little bit of pressing, we've kind of got a plan for next week, but is there anything ladies, that you would like me to show you? Is there anything you've thought, seen recently, you thought, well, I'm not sure where to start with that? Do always leave us some comments and let us know if there's anything in particular, because we've had people ask for reverse applique and cathedral windows, so I'm going to do those. So if there is anything you fancy doing, let me know. Let me know what it is, and between us, Sarah and I will come up with some things. Go with your suggestions. It's always good to get feedback from you guys. So once I've done this, okay, like this, we're going to chop these up into 2.5 inch sections, and you need 10 in total. Okay, so I'm going to just take off the very edge there. Now, how I'm doing that is I'm using one of the little horizontal, sorry, hopefully Drew can get this. I'm using the little horizontal line here and lining that up with that centre seam. And keeping it nice and straight and just taking off that edge. And then I'm going to chop this up into 2.5 inch strips. Okay, so there's a quick way of doing this. Think about multiples of 2.5. So 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10. So if I line my 10 inch line on the very edge like that, and I've got the horizontal line running down the seam, I can go up there, so 10, you don't move the fabric, 7.5, 5, and I'm counting down in 2.5s, and then 2.5. Okay, like that. Just means that you're not moving this fabric lots, which helps keep everything straight. It's just a different way of doing it. It's just quite a quick way of doing it. So I've got, what have I got there? I've got 4 there. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to go, make sure that that horizontal line is along with the seam. That's up like that. So 10, 7.5, 5, and 2.5. Now you don't need to make your 4 patches this way. If you've got lots and lots of scraps and you want to cut little 2.5 inch squares and sew them together, that's absolutely fine. This is just the quickest way, that's all. So I've got 8 there. Can I get another one out of that? Oh, look at that, just, haha. 0 waste on that. There we go, look, that's all the wastage was from that one. Brilliant. Okay, and then I'm going to use the rest because, like I said, I need 10 in total. So we're going to do this. Any comments, Drew, while I'm just finishing cutting up here?
Christine said Bargello.
Oh yeah, you want to have a go at Bargello. The only thing, I will try and do one. Only thing with the Bargello, Christine, is that we'd need longer than we've got with the hour here. It's not something that I can necessarily take you through on a Facebook Live. We might do a Zoom class on it, because you're going to need more time than we've got on the hour. Yeah, it's not hard, Bargello, it's really not, but there are a lot of steps to it, and I'm not sure it would come across right within the hour. I think we need a lot more time, okay? But I will look at maybe doing a Zoom on a Bargello. We were discussing, Sean and Sarah and I last night, we were discussing Zooms, and we should have another one go on sale in the next couple of days, ready for next week. Okay, but I will look at a Bargello maybe on a Zoom, because you'd need more time. Okay, then I can give you on this. Right, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Maria asked, could you
8,
do something like a sunblock to go
9,
with rainbows or raindrops?
10. Oh, what, like an applique? Yeah, we can put. Oh, I've actually cut too many. Never mind. Yes, I'll look at doing a sun applique maybe. If you've got raindrops and clouds, yeah, absolutely rainbows. Yeah, I'll look at that for you. Right. Okay, so we are going to now make a little four patch. So at the minute they're all like this, you're just going to turn them round like that and then put them right sides together, nesting up those seams. So like remember they kind of click in together because we ironed everything towards the dark. When we turn it round, and I know you guys have done lots of you done four patches before, when you nest them up the seams are going the opposite way, so you can nest that up nicely. And we're going to stitch down this line on all 5. Okay, so I'm going to scoot back over to the sewing machine. Oh, just make sure that's nice and tucked in, like that. And we're going to sew down all of them. Okay. Any other comments there while I'm sewing these up?
Carrie asked the cushion like Jane did with hair material with a panel around the cushion.
Oh right, okay, yes, because we did a panel with she did a big border around it, didn't she? And then a really big Oxford edge. Yes, that's something we could do. I could do a quick cushion, like quick cushion tutorial. Yeah, that would fit in. Yeah.
Jan Smith asked for a portable ironing board.
Like these ones like this one that I use, or something that you carry your iron around, because this is a portable ironing board, isn't it? We've got a pattern for that because we did a cut and press board. It was one of Sarah's classes. We have got some of these in the shop. I think I've got 3 left, the ready-made ones. They might be on the website. I'm not sure if they are actually. I will double check. But we do have a pattern to make this, so I will ask Sarah because this is her pattern, so she might be able to do that one for you.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Shakiro? Sashko?
Sashko.
Don't pronounce it right.
Yeah, it's that's the Japanese embroidery. Yes, I will have a look at that as well. Brilliant, we can do that for you. Again, it's pre-printed Sashko. It's not something we stock, but I have got a link to some somebody who does some amazing kits. So we'll put that on the list to do as well.
Suzanne asked a carrier for for the little prim iron.
Yes, so these are the little prim irons. Yes, I says working on that. So yes, that's something we can do as well. Yep. So cool, lots of ideas. Thanks, ladies and gents. I will remember to say gents, I promise, because I know this gentleman out there. Just such a bad habit of mine, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm just going down all 5 of these, just making sure that they're nesting in okay, and sewing my 1/4 inch. And here's the last one. I thought I'd sewn that one the wrong way round then. There we go, that one like that. Okay, nearly there, and then we'll put all this together. Here we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Fab. So, do you remember where ages ago I showed you that little trick with the 4 patches about how to get them nice and flat? I'll show you again on these ones, okay? So scoot over. So, if you grab yourself a pin, now this is quite difficult to see. I wonder if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it here. Can you see you've got a couple of little stitches here? If you just pull those out, just the 2 stitches there, like that, okay? Just make sure they've released the other side as well, like that. There we go. When you open this out, you can iron one way and one the other. You can see it creates a little tiny 4 patch on the back. And when you press that now, it makes it lie much flatter. Okay, just by taking out those 2 little stitches. It won't unravel because this line is keeping it all together, but you get, I'm going to say it, a perfect point. That is a pretty perfect point. Okay, so just doing that little extra step reduces the bulk in the back. So I'm just going to take out those 2 little stitches. Hopefully you're getting this. It's quite difficult to see because I'm using white grey cotton on grey. Just literally just lift those 2 stitches there. Okay, and then when we iron them out, you can iron them in opposite ways like that, nice and flat. Okay, and you can see you get this lovely neat flat point on the front. So I'm just going to do the other 3 and then we can start putting this block together. So just pull those ones out.
Linda Tomlinson said crochet cushions or bags.
All right, okay. Yeah, I can have a little look at that with the crochet. So the waffle stitch actually makes really nice cushions. Elaine, who comes to Monday Morning Crochet, she's done lots of pillows and cushions with the waffle stitch, and they look lovely, really, really nice. But yes, I can certainly have a look at the measurements and some ideas for stitches with those.
Susan's just said bagpipes, and it was from the telly.
Oh, sorry. I've got Sherlock Holmes on in the background, just for background noise. And yeah. Yeah, bit of Robert Downey Jr. What's not to love? There we go. Just pull those last 2 out there, and then we can put this all together. So really, the elements of this block are incredibly simple. It's a little 4-patch and half square triangles. But it works because of how you put it together, how the pattern goes together. Okay, so I'm going to come across here, and I've got to remember this now. Hang on, like that, because these are going down. Can you see my background squares are coming down in a diagonal like that? My half square triangles, you're going to rotate them. Can you see, so they're touching like this? Okay. And again, there, like that. So it's coming in towards the centre. So you get this nice straight diagonal line going like that. And then that one goes like, no, just, do they go that way? Hang on, I've got to remember. Long time since I've done this. Or is it that way? It's that way. There we go. There's the cream. So those are going in as well. So what you get is you get these 2 sort of running parallel to this unit, and you've got this lovely line going up like that. No, it's not, because that goes that way. There you go. I knew I'd put that down wrong. So you get a line of your backgrounds happening, and you get a line of your coloured fabrics going that way. So if you do lots of blocks, you get all these lovely crisscrossing diagonals of squares through it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to sew that one to that one to that one, and then the centre row, and then this row, and put it all together. But you get this lovely block of colour, which is where the ladder is. It's supposed to look like a ladder kind of thing going up. Okay, so we're going to just put these together. So I'm going to sew that one to that one, and then put that one on. So what are you all up to, ladies? How is everybody? Any news? Anybody got anything to tell us? Everybody okay? You all alright? Please do let us know what you're up to, and who's been baking what, because I always like to hear about the cake.
Linda Head said, clever girl, you always get good at getting your points.
Yeah, well, doing that little funny little 4-patch thing on the back really does help. Really, really does help. Have I just done that wrong? No, I haven't. I thought I'd done it wrong then.
Suzanne said Linda Tomlinson crocheted me a mug cozy in waffle stitch.
Ah, nice. Yeah, yeah, I like a little mug cozy actually. They're quite nice, aren't they? Not necessarily this time of year, but if you use a lot of reusable travel mugs and stuff, they get so hot sometimes. So it's nice to have one round the outside. So I'm going to iron these all in one direction. So I'm going to iron these all this way, like that. So that way. And then make sure that's pressed out that way. Didn't want to go. There we go. Make sure that's nice and flat that side. So they've all gone to the left. Next row is going to be towards the right. So that one's going on top of that one. Like that. So I think we're still going to be doing this because it looks like in Wales we're not going to be able to open the shop in any capacity till at least the 21st of June. So it looks like we're going to be, you've got me for at least, well, me and Sarah for at least another few weeks yet. Before we can get the shop up and running properly. Although it's going to take us a week to get it up and running. We need to reorganise it. Oh boy, is it a mess over there. There's just stuff everywhere. There we go. So this one now is going to go to the right. So that one went left, so this one's going right.
Angela said she made bread pudding yesterday.
Oh, I love bread pudding. My granny used to make bread pudding. And she always, because I hate raisins and sultanas, she always used to do me one with like all like extra spice, like orange peel and extra cinnamon and stuff in it, because I love all those flavourings, but I don't like raisins. So yeah. Oh, it was my daddy's favourite as well, was bread pudding. He used to love that. He used to eat it when my gran made it. He used to eat it out of literally warm as she was baking it, and she'd tell him off. I do love a bread and butter pudding as well. That's one of my faves. I like it done with again orange peel and chocolate drops in it. You know the little tiny chocolate drops. If you do it and you put some orange peel and extra nutmeg and little tiny chocolate drops through it, rather than raisins, because don't do raisins or sultanas or anything like that. But yeah, done with chocolate and orange. So good. Oh, I might have to make a bread and butter pudding. I haven't made one for years. Okay, and then that was going to go on the end there. There we go. This is the last one in this bottom row. And then we can pop it all together. And then this one's going to the left again. Okay, so like that. So press that one. And then... oh, that didn't... I could feel that that wasn't quite right. That was going to the left as well. Make sure all that's nice and flat. There we go. Okay, so now we can put our rows together. Okay, so we're going to pop this one on top of this one like that. And I'm going to nest those seams, which is why we did them in opposite directions. So I'm going to nest that one there. And this is one of the times I would pop a pin in, just to help keep it all as I want it.
Marion says she loves the quote behind you.
Thank you. That's the Prairie Point quilt that we did as a class. I think actually, because of lockdown, we had to cancel the last session on. We've done it a couple of times on the second time. I think we had to cancel the session, so I think some people are waiting for it, waiting to finish it off. But thank you. It's bit of red work, bit of applique, bit of piecing, bit of everything in that one.
Linda Tomlinson says, do you have custard with bread and butter pudding?
No, we used to have it with cream. Maybe it's a Gloucestershire thing, but a little dab of cream.
Christine says she likes it with cream.
Yeah, cream or evaporated milk. But no, used to basically just a bowl of it with all that really crisp. It used to go all crispy and sugary on the top. Oh, see, I'm gonna have to make one. I haven't had one for years. You can do them with like brioche and croissants as well. And they're quite good if you... having cookery tips now, aren't you? It's quite good as well if you put, as well as the butter, put some marmalade on if you want like that orangey flavour to it.
Someone did say that a minute ago.
Yeah, marmalade works really well.
Christine said marmalade and chocolate chips is nice.
Yeah. Chocolate orange, one of my favourite flavourings. That and cinnamon. Anything with cinnamon in, and I'm happy. So that's that one there. So just press that one out that way. There we go. Obviously I'll give these a better press once we get on the big board. Just get this on, and then this one's going on the bottom like that. There we go. Nearly there, girls and guys. Oh, doesn't want to go in. There we go, got it. Let's pop a pin in. My hubby did Greek kebabs last night, which were amazing. He does marinates the chicken in like yogurt and all these spices and stuff, and then griddles them and had them in like pittas with salad. It was so good. It's one of my favourite teas. One of my favourite teas. And hot buttered new potatoes as well. I was a very happy bunny yesterday. I sat in the sun, I relaxed and had a really good tea. It was amazing. Food basically makes me happy. Any comments there, Drew, just while I'm finishing off this last little bit?
Angela says chocolate chips and Welsh cakes too. I don't like Welsh cakes.
No, I'm sorry. We're going to me and Drew are showing our Englishness there. I've never got the Welsh cake thing. I've had them a few times. The lemon curd ones, because I don't do raisins. I just don't get them. They gam up your mouth. You need about 4 cups of tea with them. Don't get it. Don't get it. And I know that's sacrilege. I know it is. I'm sorry. But don't get the Welsh cake thing. I always get told that I should have them hot straight off the griddle stone, and then I might like them. So maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to persuade somebody to make some for me hot off the griddle. There we go. Sian, whenever she comes back to Wales, the last place she was working, not the one she's at now, the previous place, she used to have to take packets and packets of Welsh cakes back with her because they all got addicted to them. There we go. Right, and that's the block done. Simple as that, ladies. Really nice, quick and simple little block, but really effective. And actually, it's one of those blocks. I know we're kind of doing an isolation quilt, so all the blocks are individual. But if you've got a jelly roll or something, or some coordinating fabric to go with the jelly roll, it looks really, really good as a whole quilt. This one. You get these lovely, lovely lines going on. So you can either have all your ladders going across the quilt, or you can turn them so they make diamonds. So much to play with this one. If you didn't want it all in one colour like this, I would cut my half square triangles, so my 5-inch squares, as one colour, so my ladder kind of stays the same. And then you could cut your strips different colours, so you get like the little blocks. It's different colours. You could play with it. It's a really nice one for using up little scrappy bits, because even though we cut big strips for the quickness, if you've just got lots of little small pieces, you can cut individual 2.5-inch squares and do them like traditionally, just sew them as a 4 patch rather than the strip method. But that's Jacob's ladder. There we go. So that's the Jacob's ladder block. And you can see it's really, really simple block, but it's very effective. It comes out really nicely. Okay. Hopefully that all made sense. Like I said, the website I'll pop the pattern on the website this afternoon. So you've got that. It's £2 just like all the others. And we'll email them. Actually, just a quick thing with emailed patterns. Okay, so all the £2 ones are email. When you order on the website, you get like a little confirmation, thank you for your order, and then we have to send it. It sends, not we don't, but the website, when it's dispatched, you get an automated email that says your order has been dispatched. I can't attach anything to that email, so I will always send you your patterns on a totally separate email. Okay, we've had a lot of people say, oh, it's not attached to the dispatch email, it's not attached, it's not attached. It's never going to be attached because we can't attach it to the dispatch email. Oh, that's a tongue twister. It's not how our website works, unfortunately. So it will always be on a separate email, which I do manually. Okay, check your junk folders because sometimes they do go in there. All right, yeah, just what I was thinking about it, because we've had a lot of people contact us and say it says it's sent and it hasn't. So please do check. If it's not showing up in your junk folder, give us a call, okay, and I can resend it for you. Any questions or anything there?
Linda Head says looks bigger. Is it 12.5? It's
12.5, lovely. Yeah, let me grab my 12.5 ruler. Yeah, it's a 12.5-inch. There you go. See, in fact, actually, it just needs trimming just a weeny bit, but that's a 12.5-inch. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I'm doing all the blocks is 12.5 left, so that they all fit in together for the isolation. Okay.
Marie says it's lovely.
Yeah, it's
Linda
nice.
says thanks.
Nice, easy little block. Cool. Right, I'm going to go and start doing all that postage, so you can all have your goodies. We will be back tomorrow. Like I said, it's crochet tomorrow, so we're going to do some hexagons. It's a little bit not complicated. That's not the right word. There's 2 or 3 rows to it. Okay. And each row's got a different stitch in it, so it is something you might want to sort of watch back rather than try and crochet along with me. But again, I will make sure the pattern is available for you on the website, or the link. I can't remember which one I'm going to use now, but I will look at that later. So we're going to do some hexagons tomorrow, and then we're going to do the manor house block on Wednesday. So I'll put the cutting instructions up tomorrow for you for the block on Wednesday. So, any other questions or anything before we go, guys?
Linda says mine's always in the junk folder.
Yeah, fortunately. If we send you an email with something attached, it almost always ends up in the junk, I'm afraid. It's very bizarre.
Carrie says stunning. But Linda also says but thanks, Sarah.
Fab. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for your suggestions. That's given me something to work on for the next couple of weeks. We'll see you tomorrow for crochet. Have a lovely day. Go enjoy the sunshine a little bit. Sit out in your gardens if you can. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.